Top 5 billionaires that were caught with employees, sex scandals. The intersection of immense wealth and power sometimes reveals darker aspects of human behavior, with scandals involving sexual misconduct often making headlines. Among the world's wealthiest individuals, several have been embroiled in controversies involving their employees, particularly concerning allegations of sexual harassment or assault. These cases not only shed light on abuses of power, but also highlight broader societal issues regarding workplace dynamics and accountability. Here, we delve into the top 5 billionaires who have faced scrutiny and legal action due to their involvement in sex scandals with employees. Number 1. McMahons Lawsuit. The lawsuit against Vince McMahon, chairman and CEO of WWE, alleging abuse and sexual exploitation by a former employee, shines a light on the intricate lives of billionaires beyond their financial empires. While some billionaires garner praise for their philanthropy, innovation, or leadership, others find themselves embroiled in scandals related to misconduct, corruption, or exploitation of their employees. These scandals underscore the complexity of power dynamics within billionaire-run organizations and the potential for abuse of that power. As we delve into recent scandals involving billionaires caught in compromising situations with their employees, it becomes evident that accountability and transparency are crucial in addressing such issues and ensuring fair treatment of all individuals involved. Number 2. Jeff Shell. The resignation of Jeff Shell from his position as CEO of NBC Universal amid allegations of an inappropriate relationship with Hadley Gamble, a prominent CNBC anchor, highlights the intricate dynamics within corporate environments and the repercussions of personal conduct on professional careers. Jeff Shell, a veteran of NBC Universal with a 20-year tenure, abruptly stepped down as CEO in 2023 following revelations of his affair with Hadley Gamble. Shell had risen through the ranks, taking over the helm in 2020 after the resignation of former CEO Steve Burke. During his tenure, he oversaw the entertainment division of the media conglomerate, which included responsibilities for Comcast's Peacock streaming service. Gamble's prominence within the organization and in the sector exacerbated the scandal surrounding Shell's departure. As a respected international correspondent and anchor for CNBC, Gamble had interviewed influential figures such as Vladimir Putin, Pope Francis, Bill Gates, and NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg. However, her professional reputation faced scrutiny after allegations of sexual harassment and discrimination against Shell surfaced. Comcast, the parent company of NBC Universal, confirmed receiving a complaint against Shell alleging inappropriate conduct, including sexual harassment. An investigation corroborated these allegations, resulting in Shell's discharge from the company. The scandal not only affected Shell's career, but also had financial. The significant losses suffered by Comcast's streaming service after Shell's exit show that the scandal not only had an impact on his career, but also had financial repercussions as evidenced by the significant losses incurred by Comcast's streaming service after his exit. Gamble's career trajectory also faced challenges following the scandal. Despite her notable achievements as a journalist, she voluntarily exited NBC Universal in the wake of the controversy surrounding her relationship with Shell. The fallout from the affair underscored the importance of accountability and ethical behavior in corporate leadership. Shell's acknowledgement of his wrongdoing in his statement upon resignation reflects the recognition of the impact of his actions on the company and his colleagues. Number 3. David AlKitas. David AlKitas, known for his flamboyant persona and high-profile ventures, faced significant backlash following multiple allegations of misconduct starting in 2017. Former employees Chastity Jones and Elizabeth Taylor filed lawsuits in Los Angeles, accusing the Greek-British entrepreneur of creating a hostile work environment filled with sexual harassment and misconduct. As legal proceedings unfolded, the glitz and glamour surrounding AlKitas soon gave way to allegations of wrongdoing and the pursuit of justice by his former employees. In February 2017, Taylor and Jones initiated legal action against AlKitas, alleging instances of sexual assault, battery, and harassment. Taylor claimed that AlKitas repeatedly subjected her to unwanted touching and groping, including distressing incidents such as lifting her upside down by her ankles in the office and tying her to a chair with a computer wire. Meanwhile, Jones asserted that she was terminated from her position after nearly 2 years because she refused to engage in sexual activities with the billionaire. Jones, one of the few black executives in AlKitas' employ, faced additional challenges as she navigated her mother's battle with stage 4 lung cancer. Despite facing obstacles, Jones eventually found legal representation with the help of a co-worker and attorney, Lisa Bloom. The case shed light on AlKitas' business practices and raised concerns about the treatment of employees within his companies. Allegations surfaced regarding AlKitas' behavior, including claims that he made employees follow his social media accounts and subjected them to humiliating acts, such as placing electric shock collars around their necks. AlKitas' lawyer, Barry Rothman, refuted the allegations, accusing the women of misconduct and attempted extortion. However, court records revealed that this was not the first time AlKitas faced such accusations, with previous cases in the Los Angeles Superior Court alleging similar misconduct against female employees. Ultimately, Taylor and Jones secured significant victories in their lawsuits, with Taylor receiving an $838 million jury verdict and Jones prevailing in her $1 million lawsuit against their former CEO. Number 2. Mohammed Al-Fayed. In the middle of the 1960s, an Egyptian businessman named Mohammed Al-Fayed moved to the UK to focus on building his empire. And what an empire it was. His business holdings included the Fulham Football Club, the London department store Harrods, the Hotel Ritz Paris, and many other assets. After an allegation of sexual assault against a teenager by a young woman he paid to work for him while giving her money and gifts without permission, the Metropolitan Police interviewed Al-Fayed to warn him about the situation. This wasn't his first crime. Since the 1990s, Al-Fayed had been dealing with claims of assault and sexual harassment from multiple women, which other employees found disgusting. Besides this, a dozen former employees said Fayed would follow secretaries around the office and sometimes try to hide cash in women's blouses. The women said he would often use his power at Harrods to target young, beautiful employees. According to an episode of Channel 4's Dispatch in December 2017, Al-Fayed sexually harassed and attempted to groom 3 female employees of Harrods. But that's not the end of the story. More of Fayed's victims came forward over time, and he would find ways to silence them. His lawyer denied the 15-year-old girl's claims that he hit her, and he paid $60,000 to settle with an ex-employee he fired after she repeatedly turned him down. "Hi, Miss Hillwood." One of her ex-co-workers was only 17 years old when he preyed on her. When Cheska Hillwood agreed to be interviewed for the show, she gave up her right to remain anonymous. She said the billionaire forced her to wear a swimsuit while they were together, even though she should have been working for him. He would try to kiss her, but she would refuse. At the time, he was 88 years old when she was hired as his junior personal assistant in 1993. Number 1. Jeffrey Epstein, ex-businessman and convicted sex offender. Jeffrey Epstein died. New York City-born American mogul. Jeffrey Epstein groomed a social elite and sexually molested multiple women and children. At residences in New York, Florida, the U.S., the Virgin Islands, France, and New Mexico, Jeffrey Epstein sexually assaulted women and girls for 17 years for his wealthy and prominent clientele. Victims ages 12 to 17 were abused physically, emotionally, and psychologically between 2001 and 2018, causing lifetime damage. In January 2024, hundreds of pages of new records on Jeffrey Epstein's sexual assault of underage females were disclosed. Connections helped Epstein discover victims and hide his misdeeds. The documents were released in a Virginia case. The victim, Jeffrey, sued Gizan. The lawsuit was settled in 2001, but Maxwell, Epstein-Gizan's former girlfriend, home manager, and recruiter, is serving 20 years. Court records are still accessible 17 years later. Jeff Epstein allegedly used concealed cameras at his properties to illegally record celebrity teens' affairs for blackmail. After Epstein's suicide in 2019, his lover, Zan Maxwell, told a friend their Virgin Islands island had cameras. The friend believed Epstein and Maxwell were taping everyone on the island for safety. The rich banker was accused of sexual abuse by 23 women in a 2.5-hour session. 10 of the 14 women who testified in person used their legal identities, some confessing for the first time and others after decades. Would you like it? Hit the like button and subscribe to our channels for more interesting and informative videos.